Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Danielle and this is Danielle's Reading Corner. And can you believe it's the end of January? It's time for the first wrap up of 2023. Where I read was A House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This was my first book by Riley Sager. I heard that his other previous books were much better, but I rated this one 3 out of 5 stars. You are following this lady who tends to do some things to her neighbor to figure out what the heck's going on, where this woman went. Things begun to happen, paranormal stuff, and it was just an overall great story, I thought. So I'm excited to see Riley Sager's other books, what they're all about. Live, Let, Chai. It's number 1 of the Seaside Mystery series. You are following this lady who is taking over a cafe. She's a brand new business owner in this little town, and things begin to happen. She's trying to keep this name of her new restaurant doing good and whatnot, but of course there's a murder that happens. Some of her tea is found at the murder, so they have to try and figure out what caused this person to pass away. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. Next one was 8 Perfect Hours by Leah Lewis. You are following two strangers and they keep meeting after over and over and over, and they think they never would see each other again, and he just keeps appearing back into her life. 3 out of 5 stars. Next one was Fake Blood by Whitney Gardner. It was just a graphic novel that I had on my physical TBR. I think 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, it was nothing memorable or anything. The next one was The Last House on the Street by Diane Chamberlain. You are following this lady. They're building this, her and her husband are building this house, and her husband passes away, and she wants to continue living in the house. Her dad told them from the get-go, don't build here, it's not a good location. They're like, oh, but it's close to you. So then they continue living there, and things continue to happen, and the dad and the daughter become close. They figure out why the dad said not to build at this location. They figure out what's going on. It's just a cute book overall. I believe I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. The next one I actually buddy read with my friend Tyra, The Damage by Caitlin Warner. You are following Nick, who has been sexually assaulted on a date, and his sister-in-law is the lawyer. She's a very well-known lawyer, and they try and figure out who did this to him as he's laying in the hospital bed, bruised and battered and everything else. Trigger warnings: sexual assault, rape, abuse. If any of those are trigger warnings for you, do not pick up this book. I would say it was kind of graphic in some parts. Just rated this 3 out of 5 stars. It was definitely an overall, I mean, it was well written. I was so excited. I was like, man, this is going to be a 5-star read. But the ending just came out of nowhere. The next book is No Good Tea Goes Unpunished by Bree Baker, which is the second one of the Seaside Cafe Mystery series. You are just basically following this owner, and it's kind of unsolving mysteries. It's a cozy mystery, so if you like them, pick it up. Otherwise, if you don't even go ahead and pick it up. The last book of the month was The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. This one has been on my radar for so long. Okay, you are following Amber. She has a new identity because she's sick of being just nobody. So she ends up finding this job, which is Jackson's assistant of this company, and then his wife is Daphne. She gets in the circle with Daphne and Amber. They become really good friends, and then Amber is like, no, I'm gonna be with Jackson. And it's, if you liked The Wife Upstairs and Verity, they were very similar plots. 4 out of 5 stars, only because it started out slow, but then it ended up like just taking off about halfway through, I'd say. The next book is The Cartographers by Fen Penn Shepherd. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. You are following this girl who was wrongly fired for taking this old gas station map at this library. Her dad was found dead on his desk, and basically the whole book is they're trying to find trying to keep this map safe. I rated it 2 out of 5 stars just because, I mean, it was a decent story, but it never caught my attention. The next book was a DNF for me. Again, did not finish it. Will not be picking it back up. And that was Leave the World Behind by Rumen Alman. I couldn't tell you anything that happened. I did not finish it. And the last book of January was Off the Deep End by Lucinda Berry, which is her latest release. You are following a mom who gets in a car accident with her son and another son, and it goes into the water, and she chooses the wrong son. It just goes from there. I personally really enjoyed it, and I'm going to rate it 4 out of 5 stars. And again, check for trigger warnings. She does write darker books. So that'd be a total of 10 books for the month of January. Say I did fairly well. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!